Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, live with Michelle.
Oh my God. Welcome to episode 922 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And I am Generation Rye. How's everybody today?
We're good. So this is it. This is a different episode. We're on Yogg's Cast Twitch channel, which they're going to regret quickly.
Of course. But some people are familiar with us who are here. Shout out to our VGOers who showed up, and welcome to all the new people. We're taking over Yogg's Cast channels for Pickaxe Podcast Week, which is a cool thing they do. Some of the shows on the network kind of introduce us to different people. John is very obsessed with the collar of his t-shirt.
Yeah, my
right
shirt's
now.
droopy right now. We're on camera. By the way, Michelle's not. She got bit by a bee today.
No.
So
well,
she got bit by a bee.
Be on camera, and then the plans changed at the last moment. So we stitched it together. But I do have what I think is fun. I've always wanted to do this. Is I'm going to have like footage and videos playing of the games we're talking about during the show.
Right.
So yes. We are live right now on Yogg's Cast Twitch channel, and our episode is sponsored as usual by Loaded.com.
Wait, we've been told we can't swear. Is that true?
Oh, is that true? I mean,
yeah, for all your new Yogg's Cast people, we're video game outsiders. We're new to the network.
Word? Swearing.
We can't swear. We do swear normally, but we'll respect that. We'll try to.
We're Americans. We'll do our best.
Don't group me in with you guys.
Oh, that's right. You're Canadian. Sorry. Enjoy your maple syrup while we get everything good down here. But anyway, we fight, we yell, sometimes we swear. We'll do our best.
Yeah.
But anyway, in our Discord, we've got coming up Sonic CrossWorlds giveaway for Steam. Thank you to Loaded.com for that. So formerly CD Keys, same team, same deals, just a new name. Still the same place to get the deals on your games and stuff. So they give us games to give away. Now, John, you're going to be talking about that Sonic CrossRoads demo tonight, and I think Ryu played as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, I actually
some things to say.
I do want to hear what you have to say about it. I suspect, well, maybe I don't.
Oh,
I think we're going to be on the same page, John. That's what I think.
Well, you guys are Mario Kart guys, so
okay. Well, this
see
will be interesting. All right. Yeah, we'll get into Sonic later. So
yeah, and we're also doing a special show this week. We're doing a Weeb Outsiders where we talk about anime stuff this week for bonus shows. So if you want that, you can support us at videogameoutsiders.com. We do weekly bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and also ad-free versions of our podcast, Video Game Outsiders. Now, John, if they want to get that, what do they do?
That's right. Go to our website, videogameoutsiders.com. When you get there, there is a red dripping premium button. Go ahead and click it, lick it, slam it, whatever. Go to the next page and go premium. Once you are a member of Club VGO, you'll gain access to our entire back catalog of 20 years. Yeah, we've been doing this podcast for over 20 years. And also all the bonus shows we do every single week. Like Michelle said, this week we're doing the Weeb Show, another Weeb Show, which usually isn't a premium thing. We're kind of adding it to the app, doing like a micro weeb. Michelle, would you call it a micro weeb?
It is, but it's one of our most requested things. And so John and I are open to the world, and we've been watching anime and playing, JRPGs, and we're going to talk about that Wednesday. So it's kind of something our fans like, but we're still outsiders to it.
That's right. So go to videogameoutsiders.com, go premium. And then also, once you're a premium subscriber, you can listen to the bonus stuff anywhere. Like if you have, Spotify or whatever, like you could plug it into Google or YouTube Music now, they call it. So go premium, videogameoutsiders.com.
All right. I think that's all the housekeeping. So we have a little bit of a shorter time slot, so let's just jump right into it. We do our 10-second spotlight, which we've been calling it for 20 years, but it's not 10 seconds.
Yes, and everybody knows the rules, Michelle. It's what we've been playing, Michelle.
Yes. What we have been playing.
Yes, what we wanted to play, what we want to play. What's
John.
that? What's that?
I'm going to talk about what you've been playing.
Well, he's trying to give me a dig because sometimes I give an assignment, in his words, to maybe play a roundtable game.
Yes, so this is what we want to play individually. That's always been the rules of this.
We're also doing a service
it was established on day
when
one.
a big game comes out, like Borderlands, we get free keys. We may talk about it and review it. What's up, old school? So John is very bitter when he's told he has to do something. If a big game comes out, like, what was the last one? Silk Song. He said, I can't believe I have to play this game, Silk Song. And then what happened? He liked it. He wanted a key for it. He liked it. So exactly. All right. So let's get right into this. Let's talk about what we wanted to play. So here's a game I played. And I'm playing some here from MKS and Fire just to give him a shout out. But My other stuff is trailers. So anyway, I played Dying Light the Beast, $60 game. My sister wanted to play co-op. I went in kind of not expecting much with this game. I did kind of like some of the other ones just for the co-op, but I'm not into the parkour or zombie genre kind of overall. But, this kind of pleasantly surprised me right away. You're still playing as Kyle Crane. You're a mercenary. You survive the apocalypse when the virus hit. The typical setup starts off with you kind of crawling around on the floor in a lab. And I immediately was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Okay. But then you get set out into this open world. It's a really kind of pretty Montana sort of, national park setup. And it starts to become like kind of a
Montana setup. Have you been to Montana?
Well, I have not been to Montana. Little background here. I'm from Connecticut, now live in Southern California, but I've traveled across the country multiple times. That doesn't look like Montana to you?
I don't know. You've never been there. How do you know it looks like Montana?
Well, John,
it could be Idaho.
The internet, and I have a thing called eyes.
That could be Wyoming.
So that's how I know.
It could be. Right now, it kind of looks like Iowa. Like a hilly part of Iowa.
It kind of looks like Canada too.
Yeah, that's why I said ish. It's probably some made up like Ukrainian village or something. I don't know. But anyway, once you get set free into this place that could be anywhere that we don't know what anything looks like unless we've been there, apparently. I actually started
that mountain probably looks more like Washington State. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll get the logistics of this out for you guys later.
Yeah.
Also, you have this power called sort of beast mode that you can kind of go into, but there's a whole skill tree around that. And the skill tree overall is funny. Like I unlocked a drop kick first, like you're kicking zombies in the face. And of course there's guns and melee weapons, but it looks like silly Roadhouse stuff with some of the moves you can unlock. And look, I had a good time playing this. Maybe it was because I was co-op and we were set free in this open world together just to kind of figure things out, survive. Not my typical genre, but I think this is a pretty fun pickup, like maybe for Halloween with your friends or on sale. Because I know some people were kind of like let down with Dying Light 2, but they did like the first one. Yeah, and this one is more about the return to the first one. So if you love the first one, I keep hearing, and I didn't play the first one.
It looks a lot different. The second, I played both, and I was very disappointed with the second one. And this looks like completely different. And my perspective of this was that it was almost like a DLC that turned into a new, like a sequel to the second one or whatever. But it looks
plays
a lot
more
different.
like the first, people say, though. Maybe it's just something about it. Like, but yeah, there's the light crafting, I'm making arrows right now and pretty much like just light kind of open world Far Cry-ish elements in a way. But I think this is, and we're going to talk about Shape of Dreams later, Ryan. I know you played. This is one of those games where it's like alone, I don't know if I would get much out of it, but together with your friends, you just end up having a lot of fun. Like you can blow up cars and like interact with the world in crazy ways. So this is something I would recommend co-op, and I actually kind of pleasantly surprised me. I kind of went in just being like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but it ended up being pretty fun. So John, I don't think you've ever played a Dying Light, but
I might have a long time ago. I don't know. I feel like I did, but it's not my thing.
I didn't think it was really my thing either, but sometimes my sister drags me to play certain games I wouldn't touch, and I try to drag her to play Path of Exile, and then we kind of meet in the middle. And then also I want to talk about Fellowship. So John, I know you're a World of Warcraft player like I am, and some Yogg's Cast listeners maybe as well. I remember Yogg's from back in the day with WoW. So here is a game that got a lot of buzz with their demo playtest thing that went on. They're calling it a MODA, a multiplayer online dungeon adventure. So basically just the dungeon elements of WoW, Mythic Plus, the video game. And I've played a lot of Mythic Plus in my day. It's kind of my favorite part of WoW. There's sort of these dungeons that are timed and, they get progressively harder. There are keys that increase in difficulty. And that's what they wanted to do with this game. Even the art style is like a clunkier WoW. But basically, it's still the holy trinity of tank, DPS, healer. And there was a big queue to get in, a lot of hype around this game. I waited for a couple of hours to get in the playtest, and then I played a few matches. It's just like this little hub town they throw you in. You can't go outside of it. There's no open world. It is not an MMO. You're just crafting in the little town, upgrading, gearing like in World of Warcraft, but basically just running dungeons. It's like they removed everything out of World of Warcraft, but the gearing and the dungeon running.
It looks so much like WoW. It's crazy, honestly.
It does.
Yes.
Like,
and even the characters are somewhat of a mashup. Like I'm playing sort of the Paladin Priest hybrid character, which I always play Priest in WoW. Like I love Dispriest. But they're aiming to be really competitive with leaderboards, stats. They have a lot of built-in add-ons like you'd have in WoW. You don't need here. You can interrupt targets. So you can like set focus interrupt, like do all these sort of higher level things for the higher level dungeons. So it's not trying to be casual. It is trying to attract the Mythic Plus market.
Do you have to get the keys? I mean, can you just go into any dungeon or like?
You have to beat them, beat the timer, and then bosses start getting harder. More mechanics start popping up with the bosses. Yeah. So it really, I think it's one to watch. It definitely needs some polish. Look, I don't love the art style.
Really?
But if you can get by that,
it's got that Realm Royale look.
Realm Royale. It's a clunkier WoW look.
Yeah.
But if you can get by that, like the actual mechanics and boss fights and stuff that I did, I can definitely think I would get into it. But I'm somebody who really liked Mythic Plus and World of Warcraft. So if you like that, you may want to pay attention to Fellowship. I think it may be sort of, like I said, no monthly fee. It's probably just going to be one flat thing when it does come out. But actually, a lot of World of Warcraft people, no link posting people say, okay. A lot of World of Warcraft people are talking about this, like Preach and other YouTubers. They've all been playing this, bringing it up. They've all been working with the developers, kind of giving them tips. So it makes me wonder about the future of World of Warcraft. If maybe the base has in some way outgrown MMOs. Have people outgrown MMOs, the time constraints, all the things you have to do? And maybe this just fits more with what people want these days, of just a quick get in the dungeon and gear. We don't want to do all this other stuff. Like, what do you guys think as far as where MMOs are going?
I mean, I like the idea of it just being stripped down and you just do what you like the most, but you have to, like, that needs to be your bread and butter, right, in order to play this. Because I like just, I do like going out in the world and WoW and exploring, just going back to the town and doing nothing and like just auctioning shit. This is a smaller
team, so I don't even think that's in their plans.
Is there an auction house? Can I sell gear? Can I trade?
You can sort of refine gear at the blacksmith, but there's no like auction house. It's not supposed to be like an MMO. It's just supposed to be a dungeon.
I get it. It's just dungeons.
We need more things like this. I love playing when there's tank, healer, DPS. You know, I love the role. I love going in dungeons. So this is something I probably would do with my friends who I used to do Mythic Plus with.
But how is this different than like a rogue or something, Michelle, where you keep going in, you get stronger, you go back to the town?
Well, because you're not losing anything. You never lose progression.
Extracting with your weapons and loot that you're finding, your valuables and currencies.
So you're always getting something. A lot of people complained about Mythic Plus, like you weren't getting the gear you wanted. It was too much of a grind. Like, so with this, if you perform well, you're always going to get some reward that you can then turn into a piece of gear you want. So for me, this is one to watch. I think if they do another open play test, people should check it out who like WoW, but go with your friends, because there was like a little queue time to get in and to find people. If you go in with your friends, you can queue together in the play test. So if you're a WoW player like me. And then I did play Path of Exile 2 a little bit, but I'm not supposed to bring that up anymore because people get angry when COD and Path of Exile come out. So I am going to skip right.
Wait, can we talk about Call of Duty since you brought that up?
No Call of Duty.
Well, COD comes out once a year. We have an excuse to talk about it at least once a year.
Just had a new league, so I had an excuse too. So anyway, I did play. Look, this was a game John told me. John told me I had to play this game a while ago. Yeah. It's Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which was a joke from South Park. They just released a DLC, Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC. Now, normally I wouldn't play something like this, but I do like Animal Crossing. And I'm going to say it again, that these guys have pretty much killed Animal Crossing for me, or any of these style games, because it's a better game. So this whole new like Wheat Flower Wonderland DLC was $15. It's bigger than the original world. There's tons of stuff to do.
Holy crap.
Tons of crafting, tons of wands to make, tons of puzzles to solve. So if you have somebody in your life who loves Animal Crossing style games, is just wants more depth to them, I really do recommend Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
And it's on everything.
New DLC.
I mean,
it's on everything.
I played it the first time on Apple TV. That's where I played it. I think that's where they launched it, right? And it's pretty damn good on Apple TV. I mean, obviously, I'm not a teenage girl like Michelle, but
I know this is going to sit
it's not my aesthetic, but
look, I know even I don't typically play a lot of cutesy stuff. I like dark fantasy, but as somebody who does also have a girly side in games that I like to get into, a chill side, this is the one to try. Like, I think it's better than Animal Crossing. Like, just flat out.
So Ryan,
Hello Kitty's massive, but I loved Animal Crossing. I dumped like 400 hours into that over COVID.
You might like this, but it's hard to get by the aesthetic. I get it.
Never really been a Hello Kitty guy, so
yeah, I can't say I've been a Hello Kitty girl. I think I maybe had a doll when I was 5, but like I left it there, right? I don't have pink hair, all right?
Listen, so I want to ask a question while we're talking about Animal Crossing, because I don't remember us talking about the Pokemon Animal Crossing game last week.
We did. We talked about it.
We briefly mentioned it,
Yeah, but is that because my daughter told me about it like it was a big deal?
A spin-off.
Is it a big deal? Is it going to be a big deal?
No, their
spin-offs
are never big deals.
Huh?
If I'm being honest. The Pal World spin-off game is coming. Pal Farm. Yeah. So that was announced as well. I'm all over this.
Stardew Valley's going to go after them?
I'll play that.
I loved Pal World, and I have never played Pokemon.
Whatever they're doing there.
Yeah, this is looking interesting. Pal World was hugely successful. It broke 2.3 concurrent players on Steam, and this is probably going to be popular as well. So they did announce Pal Farm, and I'm very curious about this. There's no date, but you can wish list it now on Steam. So
what they're doing with this that other like creature catchers and battlers didn't do was create another game where you can relate and be familiar with the creatures and they've always done like their one game and that's it. Nobody's loving our game and it dies, whatever. These guys are automatically 2 years later coming out with another game with the same creatures that you can familiarize yourself with and
right. I have to say that
it's instant. That looks great.
This game looks pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, it looks a little more adult.
It looks a little more questy too than like Harvest Moon or something.
Exactly.
Like they're leaving the town and going on adventures and doing quests, right?
It's kind of what Harvestella tried to do, and I think they're trying to create a whole universe here. And Kevin always tells us about how Sony and Nintendo kind of are at each other's throats. They don't like each other. Yeah. And if Sony gets behind this, obviously it's out everywhere. But I think this whole PAL world is truly a world. There's probably a cartoon coming, I think I heard and stuff. So they have something they could do here. So
Nintendo's losing their fucking mind over this. Like they're talking to Yakuza to take these guys out soon.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. But no. So yeah, anyway, I did play some other stuff. Like I said, we're going to talk about one game that actually really surprised me. We're going to talk about on Weeb Outsiders tomorrow on our bonus show. Yeah, Pal of Duty. That's funny, Cliff. And I am just drinking water with True Lemon. All right, John.
Pal Racers.
I'm excited to hear about what you played, right?
Are you?
What's going on? Yeah, because Storm Lancers, you said you were addicted to. Sonic Racing, you guys are going to talk about.
Yeah.
There's some
no, before I do want to mention. I have to mention
game.
Skate again. Skate because.
Okay.
I played it quite a bit this week, in the past week. I really did. And I wanted to, genuinely. Okay.
You hate it any more than you did the other day?
Everything I said before, I stand behind. Okay. This is a lifeless, soulless, vanilla city that looks nothing like the skateboarding world I want it to be. The graffiti looks like stickers on a teenage girl's water bottle and stuff. And it's just like the most, just like, it's just not cool. Like, it's not skateboarding at all. There's no skate culture in this game. And the characters look like, from like SimCity or from Sims rather. But what this game really is to me now, and I think to a lot of people, it's fucking like Spider-Man with a skateboard and no webs. And like everyone,
not Spider-Man.
What's that?
Spider-Man with no webs.
It's Spider-Man with no webs and a skateboard. That's what it is.
Spider-Man with ED.
And all of the clips I've been seeing in my timeline kind of reflect this. It's people that climb to the highest building and jump off and try to find a line, right? And you can glide as you jump off the building, just like that right there. And you're finding like some bowl or half pipe on the roof of another building, and you launch off of that, and then you find the next half pipe somewhere down below, a little bit lower. And that's like where the fun is. And I literally spent like 10 minutes climbing, trying to get to the top of this building, which is the tallest building in the area I'm in right now. And it was actually kind of fun trying to find the route to get up there, because it's very, it's designed in such a way where you can only climb and grab onto certain things, and you're just trying to navigate, trying to get to the roof. And when I got up there was a bunch of people just hanging out, like, yeah, this is it, right up here. We're just on this roof, and you would never know.
Multiplayer?
Yeah, it's like an MMO light kind of a thing.
Okay, yeah.
And
was Skate, the original Skate, did you get like
I hated
the unrealisticness from Skate? Was there always like, you're very fast, you can jump over buildings, and like all that stuff?
That's a good question, Ryan, because listen, I dismissed Skate immediately when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Tony Hawk guy, right? And
I always thought they went with the more realistic approach.
They
this
did.
Does not look
well,
like
that's,
that.
I mean, we had that guy from IGN on forever ago, and he came on to debate me because I was such a Tony Hawk fanboy, and he's like, no, Skate's where it's at. It's more realistic. You know, you have to flick the stick to do the ollie and stuff, and I never liked that, right? I like the Tony Hawk controls and the momentum of this. But this world, again, super vanilla, uninspired, not skateboardy or Paul Peralta Bones Brigade at all, is kind of fun to just screw around in. But I can tell you right now, I don't care about any of the goals. I don't care about anything like that. I just want to like see, oh, can I get up there and just spend like 5-10 minutes to get up there? Yeah. And the one thing they did that is cool though is that you can like mark a spot to respawn in every time. So if you make it all the way up on the roof of that building, it takes you 10 minutes. You can then set that as your new waypoint or your new spawn point, and every time you die or not die, and every time you want to respawn, you just press up on the D-pad and you just respawn right there. And you can just keep doing that over and over again. Jump off the roof, try to find the spot to land on. That's like the only thing that's great about it. And all the clips I'm seeing are just showing those kind of antics. Like there's no story here. There's no career mode to speak of. The stuff in the store is lame.
And stuff. So it's just skating open world.
Well, if you want to call them quests, there's icons on the map, Ryan, and you go to them, and it says you've got 2 minutes to collect all of the coins in this area, and get a.
Yeah, Eli says I'm hoping for live events. I mean, they definitely need something else here to keep people wanting to play, other than getting peach socks, right? They need some more carrot on a stick.
It's more than just cosmetics and
and
I sent Michelle a screenshot. Like I got a rare item, and it was like a gray plain sweatshirt, like with no logo on it. like it's like rare,
so
legendary gray sweatshirt. So dumb.
That sounds pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's still playing.
I am still playing because I just truly love sandbox open world games, I think they really missed the opportunity. And this is a pre-release. Maybe they're going to come out with, real pro skaters but I think Tony Hawk has that buttoned up with his crew,
Yeah, they won't go elsewhere for royalties, right?
But this is more popular, probably. I mean, there still are people playing, and it's kind of doing well. So
hopefully this brings a lot of feedback, and the devs can make the proper changes and bring what the community wants to the game. And
they got to dirty this world up though, because this looks like it's just too pristine.
Yeah. You don't want to be skating on rocks though. You'll take a wipeout.
I don't. Give me a burnt down building, like a burning barrel with like a unsheltered person.
You want more graffiti. You want so the city has been referred to as gentrified in a lot of articles.
Yeah, I shared that article with you that it was too gentrified. This game.
Don't say that word. John's gonna bring up stick it to the stick man.
Please don't.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us about what else you played, John.
All right, let's bring up Stormlancers. So they sent us keys. They're kind of sponsoring this episode, and this is actually a studio created by former Bungie CEO Harold Ryan.
Yeah, and there's some Blizzard people at it, and that were involved with Stormlancers. So there's some people involved.
So there's people involved with this game. Especially the former Bungie CEO, who used to make giant freaking games, and this is not a giant freaking game at all. This is a 2D rogue light game, side scrolling. The combat and gameplay, it reminds me a little of like Contra at times, or Dead Cells kind of. It's Metroidvania light, very much. It's a Switch exclusive. And it has this very kind of 90s cartoon aesthetic to it, which I think they pulled off pretty well. Now, it's a Switch exclusive, which is a bit of a problem because the game's locked at 30 frames per second.
Oh. Really?
Yeah,
I downloaded it. I didn't get around to playing it.
You have a Switch too, by the way.
I do, yeah. And here's the thing, like when I was playing it on outside of my deck with my 1080p TV, I didn't notice it so much. But when I got on my 4K TV with this game in docked mode, performance is really bad. Okay, the combat does feel sluggish as a result. Right. But what I played though, I actually kind of enjoyed because it's a typical rogue loop. You go into this world, you try to get as far as you can. But what's bad about it too, though, is it's not procedurally generated. The level's the same every time. The monsters are in the same spot every time. There's basically some weapons that spawn in the beginning on the map that you get those, like the basic weapons. You basically have a melee weapon and then a ranged weapon, okay? And you're using those two. And eventually they're going to be adding more stuff. I haven't gotten to that stuff, though, like a double jump and things like that to get you to places you couldn't get earlier, like in a Metroidvania style way.
Yeah, so I was going to say they kind of blended Metroidvania with a roguelike system.
Yes.
Right.
That's cool. But it's not like really confusing branching areas, you know? At least the couple levels I played, in the beginning, it's not at all. It's just left to right, and there's really nowhere else to go but left to right. You know, like a very.
Now, what I'm seeing here, John, is it very basic? Is the combat and every enemy is it all basic?
It is basic, but here's the thing about this game, and I think it's important, is that this is a co-op game first, and I did not play co-op.
Yeah.
It's a couch co-op game first, so I think. But at the same time, though, I did want to keep playing it just like in a Dead Cells way where like one more time. That was the reaction I had to this game. And I think at the end of the day, it's kind of mid, but I actually kept playing it and I couldn't stop. So
it's priced right, though. It's cheap. So, I mean, and I think, like you're saying, there's not a lot of couch co-op experiences anymore.
Well, I didn't even experience any of that, so I don't even know. Like...
I'm a good sucker for a couch co-op, but I didn't even think to play this on the couch. So maybe I'll pick it up for me and my fiance next week.
Yeah,
I have it installed. I was gonna play it. There was so much stuff coming out.
There's too much.
I know. It's too much.
But I read reviews with people saying like, I played this with my sons and we had a great time. We all love it. It's very old school, you know.
Yeah.
It looks to me like a child or a younger audience's introduction to the genre, and that's from someone who plays an assload of these games.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the presentation and the gameplay is kind of retro. You know, it's like I said, Contra and
cartoons.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the couch co-op, Ryan, you should try that and let me know how that is.
I will. I'll do that.
And then the other game that I want to really talk about, and I'm quite excited about.
It's not going to be Sonic yet. He's burying the lead.
No, it's not. It's not. No, I want to talk about this game called Mega Bonk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you see my recommendation? I don't know if you saw me.
No, I did
send it to you. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I played this for like 3 hours straight last night, and I couldn't fucking stop.
Like it.
Okay? This game, without a doubt, is very much a Vampire Survivors clone. Yeah. The end, okay? This is a 3D Vampire Survivors. That's it. That's what it is, okay?
That's it. It's great.
But the levels are far more interesting because they're 3D, right? Because there's a lot of verticality up and down. There's hills, there's mountains. You're being chased by these mobs of, monsters and shit and trying to get away from them. You can go up on a hill and kind of kite them all to you. And you're constantly getting level ups, power-ups and level ups, very much like Vampire Survivors. And, but they added some things that are kind of unique to itself. Like you have like these little outposts that you have to capture that give you a certain kind of passive buff. There's chests all over the map that require coins to unlock, and you kill the monsters to get the coins. You open the chests, and then you might get some kind of passive upgrade or a new weapon or something. And you have ranged weapons, you have melee weapons, all that stuff. And you have different characters that you're trying to unlock, and all these quests. And it all got very addicting to me last night when I was playing this. Like I was just into it. I wanted to get to the next thing. I wanted to finish the next quest. And is it janky? Kind of, but this look is kind of in style. It's kind of lo-fi 3D. It kind of feels like an asset flip a little bit because there's a lot of random 3D models that don't.
A little I don't know, stop motion-y with the movement, like intentionally.
That looks intentional.
Yeah.
But it's like a mishmash of 3D models that were not made all by the same hand. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, but it completely works. It's fun
all together.
It's fun as hell. It's addicting. I had so much fun. I'm going to be playing this for a while. I know I am. And I tried it on my.
Why it had overwhelmingly positive reviews. I'm like, what is the magic of this? Like,
it's just fun, man. And these games look like they're coming out, and they're just fun, and that's what the goal is.
Yeah.
But it's as addicting as Vampire Survivors, and maybe even a little bit better or different enough that you want to play this.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
In it, John.
Yeah.
I know. I did not unlock that skeleton. I went for
fun than skate.
I didn't get the skeleton guy. The guy I like right now is like he's like the Old West sharpshooter guy, and I chose to unlock him first. And he's got like guns that are blazing and very effective. And there's leaderboards that reset like every week or two, whatever it is. Which is, you're trying to get as many kills, you're trying to survive as long as you can and have as many kills as possible, and that's the leaderboard right now. And like the number one person has like 450,000 kills without dying, like he killed that many monsters. And it runs awesome on Steam Deck too. I played it on there in handheld mode for a little bit just to try it. It's a perfect Steam Deck game as well. But I played mostly on my PC with ultra wide, and it looks fine. And it's fun.
Ultra Wide's really awesome with it.
Yeah, I highly recommend this game. If you like Vampire Survivors, like this is a great game. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I have so much more stuff to unlock, and I can't wait to get more characters. I got to try that skeleton next.
Is it co-op, John? Can you play with friends?
I don't
think you can.
I don't know the answer to that. I didn't
Might
look.
be in their 1.0 update
right now. I don't think so. I think it's single player. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play this. I saw it. I was like, John is going to go crazy.
It's buzzy right now. Everybody's talking about it.
Buggy?
So then, buzzy. So then I know both of you played Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Now we are going to do a roundtable next week with this where I will play, but I didn't play the demo. I know you guys did. There was no multiplayer functionality or anything. John, what did you think of it? And Ryan, jump in with them because I'm curious.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I played this on the Xbox. And by the way, the demo was everywhere but the Switch.
Was that coming later?
Was that a big?
Yeah,
I know, but the demo, was that like a big F you to Nintendo? We're not giving you this.
Or maybe Nintendo said F you to them.
Possibly, that's a good point.
Where is Nintendo standing with Sega? Don't they have a Sega store on Nintendo Online where you can play Virtual Console Sega games?
Oh yeah, they do.
Or am I just? They do, right? So what's there is no bad standing between them, is there?
I don't know, but
Sega's been coming out saying a few things. Hey, we're cross-play unlike some games. You can do this unlike some games. So that could be where John's getting it from. But as far as the actual gameplay, you both played Mario Kart World and liked it and all that. So where did you start off with this, John? What did you feel?
Well, okay, so I played. I'm looking though, because I could picture the Genesis Virtual Console on Switch Online. Yeah,
I think there are a few games.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. I know I tried it. I could picture I could picture that. Well, you can't see it, but that screen.
Yeah, this is like the Smash Bros of racing.
Okay, so you think so?
Well, character-wise, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But you let's hear what you have to say.
All right, so the last Sonic racing game, I don't remember the exact name of it, but it was one before this.
Unleashed, I think, or something.
Yeah, my friend Matt McCarthy was raving about it, especially how it performed on the Steam Deck. And so I got that, and I was like bored of it like instantly. And I have to admit, I kind of felt the same with this. The big hook here, Michelle, this is not an open world game like with exploration like Mario Kart World has. Why it's called CrossWorlds is you're on a course, a linear race course, and then whoever's in the lead on like the final lap, whatever, gets to choose the next course in these little like portals that pop up, and then it just seamlessly changes maps to the next course.
Okay.
Like that's the hook of this game.
That's the CrossWorld.
Yes. And Ryan, do you think that's like a super oh my god hook?
So there's a few things in this that are the hooks that are going to drive you away from the other kart racer that I'm not going to mention.
Okay.
And that's one of them.
Yes.
And it is cool. But at the same time, Nintendo, like Mario Kart World did that without the portal.
They did. I was thinking the same thing. You just drive
through the entire map.
Well, they give the players agency to pick the next one.
Right.
That's the difference,
it gives the first place player to pick. And if you have a liking to one of those two maps, you're going to pick the one that you like better. So you have the advantage, which is really cool. I like that. It's obviously not exactly the same. The portal's almost like a Ratchet and Clank portal where you just jump in, it instantly teleports
very much so. I thought that
you're
too.
on that road. It's very cool. I liked it. But performance-wise, man, first of all, 60 frames locked. I'm assuming they did that because it's a multiplayer game. you're not gonna give somebody an advantage with unlimited FPS while consoles are locked to 60.
Right.
And that's the negative side to having crossplay. But I gotta say, it's not as smooth as Mario Kart World. Like, not even close.
Do you think it's too frantic at times? Like you feel like
you're more frantic 90s arcade is what I kept hearing.
Well,
it's a very arcadey racer. I don't think it's too frantic.
It feels faster than Mario Kart, though. I do agree with that.
Which speed did you race on?
I think I did the default, whatever that was. I didn't change it.
Okay.
Was that normal or whatever?
The top, like whatever the fastest one was in the demo. And it's fine. I felt like the chaos it's no more or less chaotic than any other racer.
I do feel it felt like they were going for more speed though than Mario Kart. I did feel that a little bit. Yeah,
that's Sonic, right? That's around it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm saying it's a good game. It's there's not many fans in the kart racing community outside of the Mario Kart fans, right? So you're getting that influx of players right now at the start. As soon as this game launches, it's going to have a ton of people talking about it, a ton of people playing it.
Yeah.
Are they going to retain those players? Probably not. Am I going to be playing Mario Kart for the next 10 years? Yes, because that's just how it's been. It's locked on my console. It's there forever.
Right.
And I'm
all
always going to have an
DLC
excuse to play it. All the DLC and everything. This game, yes, it's got crossplay. Yes, it's on all the other platforms, but it doesn't really have that juice to keep people coming back. This is my prediction, mind you. It could totally take over the world. I don't think it will. It's fun. It's fun for what it is. You're going to have a lot of fun time playing it for like whatever 20-30 hours, and I think you'll put it to the side after that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, it's not the Jesus Kart game I thought it was going to be because everyone's saying it's getting 9s and 10s, and Mario Kart was getting 8s, and this is therefore better, and this is the real best new racing game. I mean, for me, Mario Kart World, that open world aspect of it, the exploration mode, is what made that game for me. That set it apart.
Forza had that, and you didn't play that, so it's got to be that combo of like our, open worldy.
What Forza? I played. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I did all that, but Mario Kart did it differently and more of a fun platforming, top secret, trying to find secrets kind of way.
Right.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, Sonic isn't a bad game. Like, this is not a bad game at all.
No, it's not. It's probably
comparing it.
It's actually fun. Some people do actually like it better than Mario Kart. I think it's a different type of game. Like John said, it is faster. They intended it to be more speedy. If you prefer that, you may prefer this. If you don't,
the only differences I see is competition wise. Like there's a lot more customization. You're able to compete.
Yeah, there's slots that you have for little passive upgrades and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of cosmetic stuff and like leaderboards, etc. That's the only difference.
Well,
Everything
the racing feels different though, from what I hear. Like they said, Mario Kart cars are weightier, heavier, different to control. I think that like you're gonna appeal to different people, but there's crossover. Like
there's gonna be minor differences. But what I'm saying is the main game mechanics are identical.
Yeah.
You have your speed boost slots on the
No, they do. The drifting and the boost from the drifting, it's all there.
The items, the coins,
even the flying, the gliding, like
it's all the same.
It is all the same.
Which is nothing wrong. It's a kart racer. They've been the same for years, and they're using the same formula that works, which I get.
Would you guys buy this if we weren't getting keys? Did you like it? Okay.
No, I'm going to tell you, I thought it came out today and I was going to buy it. It does come out today. If you get like the super deluxe version for $90, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no.
If I didn't have Mario Kart, I'd probably buy it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to buy it. I know we're getting keys, but I was buying it regardless.
You were going to buy it regardless. All right, so
just because
you guys like it.
Because it's a different kind of kart racing game. Really, I mean, like Ryan says, it is the same. They ripped off the formula. There's no doubt about it. But it's probably, and for sure, is the best non-Mario kart racing game, without a doubt, right?
I can agree with that.
I mean, I know there's that Garfield one. I mean, there's a new Garfield kart racer that we haven't tried.
The original kart racer was supposedly made by Sega, and Mario Kart ripped off that. They invented like some of the things, so it's weird to hear now that they're ripping off Mario Kart.
Well, I had that game, Michelle. That was an arcade game.
Yeah. Okay.
Whose name I can't. What was the name of that game?
I don't remember. We were talking about it in our Discord.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you guys are listening, you can join on videogameoutsiders.com in our Discord where we do the loaded giveaways. But no, I'm glad that you guys at least like it enough to want to play. And it's like just another good game in your
It's a well done game. It's a Power Drift, Michelle.
I think so.
Power Drift. Okay.
Power Drift. I actually had that game. I got rid of it though.
Comparing.
Yeah. My only negatives are from comparing it to what I've already known. But as a game on its own, if I'm reviewing it, yeah, it's a great kart racer. You're gonna have a blast with it.
I was disappointed, honestly. I'm like, really? This is it? It's just these portals? That's what's new? Like
maybe there's more in the actual game than the demo, where there's no multiplayer and stuff. Like, I don't know. The demo might have been a bad move for them at this point, but I've heard a lot of positive things from the demo.
I know, so Michelle. Everyone's saying 9s and 10s, the best racing game. And I was expecting that, and I played it. I'm like, God, this is pretty straightforward.
Right.
We're going to be playing it this week, right? to play it again for next week.
Try the game and talk about it next week.
Because I'm assuming it's going to be a lot more game modes and different characters.
If they can make me like a kart racer, I'll give them credit, but we'll see.
Are you going to play with mouse and keyboard?
I probably can't. I shouldn't. I love my mouse and keyboard. All right, what are you drinking, John?
I'm just drinking a Mountain Dew Zero since it's like 3:30 in the afternoon here.
Yeah, we're doing our show early. Usually we do it
in there, John?
on Twitch.tv/John and
there might be a little Grey Goose in here.
Booze.
Yeah. All right, so let's just jump into you then, Ryan. If John's good with that.
All right, where do we start? So I played Silksong, obviously. No, I'm
yes,
not gonna talk about
of course.
I am so deep, guys. I'm deeper than I was last week. I've beaten. Yeah. I'm like right in front of the boss essentially right now. That's where my save file is. I'm 50 hours in. I'm going freaking crazy for this game, but I'm not going to talk about it. We'll skip that. I'll tell you when I beat it and how much I love it. It's amazing. So I did start playing the Alabaster Dawn demo, and we were talking about this in the server as well.
Yes, from CrossCode people.
Yeah, it's from the makers of CrossCode. It's got a lot of CrossCode vibes and themes to it. My initial thoughts of it, I loved the art style. And you came out and said that it was like a cut and paste, like your traditional asset flip.
I thought it looked like itch.io free art packs.
I don't think that at all.
That's the look of their games, though.
I thought instantly, I was like, this is your open world, or not open world, what's this, like real-time action RPG.
Yes.
From the likes of like Sea of Stars, with that kind of art style in it. But I love this more than the turn-based. Like, this is great. You go around, you have I'm not really familiar with the story yet, but you have this little companion that's like Cabbage, which is a water pig, and it basically creates your weapon out of thin air, and that's what you're using to fight these battles. And you have your crossbow to kill things on higher ledges. You have your sword. This is all in the beginning of the demo. And I felt the combat was very smooth. I loved the art style of the open world. You did say there was a lot of dialogue going forward, like from the beginning in the tutorial section, and I honestly strictly think that was for the tutorial. And after that, your dialogue is strictly going to be story. It's not going to be so jam-packed into each area like every.
I mean, technically it's JRPG-ish. They're trying to, you need to have that setup and that dialogue in it, for sure.
And I think this is an awesome one to watch. I will be picking it up next year when it does come out. I've never heard of Radical Fish. They're the people other than for CrossCode, so maybe they've been cooking up that whole time.
Yeah, for me, you guys talked about this open world kind of thing with CrossWorlds, how it was sort of like fake going through the portals. For me, like, they sold it as this open worldy environment, but they block you off anyway in these screens, as you can see here, until you kill everything, and then the screen changes. So you're walking off the screen, it goes blank for a second, and a new screen loads. I don't think that that's necessary because they're already sectioning you off with puzzles and gates every second. So to me, it was just a little fragmented. I think I would have liked it better if they just got rid of that screen change, like it's 1992 that we all did with Sierra.
Strictly open
just let
world.
me walk freely around and then section me off by gates until I kill everything. So look, there's some potential here. For me, I didn't love it as much as I know you and some of the guys in the Discord did. But I do like to see people experimenting with this real-time combat as an ARPG player, instead of turn-based all the time. Because like we talked about that with some of the other games that are coming out, like Mina the Hollower as well.
Me too, even with like all the roguelikes I play in this manner, I get a story and puzzles now instead of just killing mobs and all that.
Blending the genre, and I think that they did that well, and I like that aspect of it. So there's a demo on Steam right now.
Yeah, also massive skill tree from what I saw. Sorry, not massive, but
massive,
one in the demos. Yeah, can't say massive.
Don't say massive around me with what I'm used to. But no, it's
I can't compare to that.
It's
an adequate one. I think it actually does get bigger though in the main game. I think what they gave
sure it does. That's what they all say. I'm saying this skill tree.
Yeah, they're a grower, not a shower. All right.
Sorry, can we say that on this channel? I don't know.
I think somebody said we're allowed to, as long as the swear words don't exceed 50%, we're okay.
Oh, okay, good.
I think they're just.
Is that
kidding,
true though? Because I accidentally dropped some F-bombs. I can't help it.
I don't know.
It's just
Fon's a sailor. All right. I also played. BoomTab actually sent me a code for Abyssus, which is very similar to the likes of Dead Zone Rogue, which I loved. Now, I saw Abyssus in Steam, and I've been like, ever since I played Dead Zone Rogue, they've been showing me this game. They're like, you're going to really like this.
Yep.
And the trailers are awesome. The trailers look great. They're fantastic. You get into the game, and it's very plain. Now, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's the same gameplay, the exact same gameplay loop as Dead Zone Rogue. But it's like copy paste. Like it is asset flip central. I don't even know if that's what it is that's making me feel
this
way.
FPS game is really?
Yeah. Does it not look incredible in the trailer?
It does.
It looks like it does not look like that when you play it. Not on my screen, at least.
It looks like an Unreal or Doom game or whatever. Like,
yes, everything looks flat on my, like, I don't know if that's like a way to describe it. It is fun. It is fun. I prefer Dead Zone Rogue. The shooting and the movement in Dead Zone is like way more fluid. This still has some work to do. They still have some work to do, definitely, to polish it up a bit more. But it is cool. It's very fun. The exact same loop, like I said. You kill, you get your ability upgrade at the end of the room. You move forward until you get to the boss, and then you go deeper and deeper into the gameplay loop. And I did enjoy it. I think this one needs to cook a little more. They need a couple more updates. They need to polish it a bit. I'll go back to it when they do. But I did have some fun time playing it. It's not
another
worth
co-op thing though, right? Probably not worth alone, worth co-op.
But
maybe?
see, I'm a zombies guy. I've played zombies solo my whole life.
Okay.
I love playing these games solo. So I'm like an anomaly in this situation. Whereas when we talk about Shape of Dreams in a few minutes, that's more of a co-op experience.
You should check out Witchfire when it comes to 1.0, Ryan. I don't know if you've ever looked at that, but if you're a solo shooter player like that, Witchfire is made specifically with solo in mind.
Well, it's on my wish list already.
Yeah, when it comes to 1.0, I'm curious what they do with it because I did like the preview build of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it came out today.
Oh, really? 1.0? Yeah. Crazy. All right, well,
crazy.
Try it.
But the one thing I want to say about Abyss is the reason why I wouldn't want to tell you to buy right now is expensive. It's like 32 Canadian for a game that I feel like I'd
money.
rather. Yeah, I'd rather recommend.
I don't even know what that means, Ryan.
I don't know what that means.
32 Canadian?
What is that?
McDoubles.
That's like 30 McDoubles. Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, 25, something like that. But I would rather recommend you to play Dead Zone Rogue over this right now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna come back to it in a couple patches and see how well it is because it is fun. I love these style of games, and I'm gonna definitely check out Witchfire. Now, another one, you guys sent me a key for Shape of Dreams. And I was like, whatever. I actually played it first in the car solo, and I was like, oh, not another crappy top-down isometric game, right? No. Yep. I got home, I downloaded it on my PC, and I played it with a friend of mine, and we were instantly hooked. We had so much fun. It paths similar to, I want to say, Slay the Spire with that map. So you have a map, you choose the location you want to go to, but the difference in Shape of Dreams, you can go backwards.
Yes.
Now, so you basically, when you get to a location, you clear it out, you get your upgrade, or you purchase a heal, or whatever you're doing, you're killing all the monsters. You can move backwards. Now, there's a caveat. If you move backwards, there's things called hunters. So hunters start at a specific location on the big map, and every round that you fight, they move up, or they'll move towards you to clear and cover the whole map. So because you're being
timed the whole time too, right? So it gets progressively difficult, like Risk of Rain too.
Like Risk of Rain. So these hunters will slowly fill the whole map until it gets to the boss. And I think in some instances you can have hunters at the boss. Okay. So what we were doing was clearing a whole section of like 6 rooms, and we realized every room in front of us has hunters, and it just got significantly harder. So we would have to kind of strategically map out where we were going to avoid the hunters, or at least minimize the amount of hunters we face as we go forward to the boss. Now, I think the build variety is awesome. After a couple of rounds, I unlocked the third character, which was Yober.
The mage.
Yubar. It's like a cat. I think it's a mage. Yeah. They got really cool character designs. But I had this. So every time you dash with this character, you gain a stack. And I just leveled that thing up to like 7. And every time you had 4 stacks, you unleash a massive amount of damage on your first attack. And I was just going into bosses, like one-shotting them, and it was awesome. The build variety is great.
Yeah. We should back this up a little, though. This is the team who did Lies of P, and they call it MOBA style combat. So they allow you to do click to move, or you can WASD. I did WASD. I recommend WASD. But it's not a MOBA. No last hits, no towers, no, sharing gold like that. It's just MOBA combat, because you do have certain abilities that you level up and you choose because you have options mixed with roguelike. So the build variety gets really crazy. It's not like in a MOBA where you'd maybe, you'd put on a different pair of boots. So it's a little different than the last 12 games. Like you can have totally different spells, totally different sort of support gems in Path of Exile. Just to explain it, you can like support your skill with other mini gems that you slot
like
into
charms
them.
Or whatever.
Exactly. So it'll cause them to do other things they wouldn't do, like add a fire hot or add a heal to it. And the build variety is just off the charts. And then each character has meta progression that you can share when you get out of each match. And so we had a blast with this.
There was a whole chunk of stuff that shared between all your characters.
Yes.
And then each character individually had their own meta progression that you can upgrade along the way, which I thought was an awesome touch, because it's like, I don't want to level up the amount of gold I go into a match with for each character, because there's like 8 characters. And so that's a really good touch. I like.
And I was playing with people who usually play Dota, and they kind of like the MOBA combat. So don't hear the word MOBA and run away scared. It's just kind of that style combat with a top down and with the skills. So I really recommend Shape of Dreams with your friends. I didn't really like it alone. With people, I played with a full 4-man team.
I don't like the name.
I thought it was awesome. Well, you go into the dream realm and later.
It just sounds like a.
There's worse.
I think the name is fitting.
Sounds like a rom-con or something.
You're reshaping.
Your
rom-con,
right?
Sounds like a Hallmark movie. He's saying. Yeah.
It sounds like a woman that lost a husband and now she has a new lover.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't go there. I just thought.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. And she moved to a small New England town, Michelle.
Okay. I didn't. My mind didn't go there, but
no, mine didn't.
And she meets this man who, and he's a widower, and she's
okay. Is he a shapeshifter? Can he become like a
no? And they just have this shape of dreams that they live together going forward.
Right. They shape their life into a dream. That's the tagline. The name is fine. It's actually fitting for the game if you play, because you go into like a dream realm with like different.
Yeah, your attacks are memories. Like they kind of tie it all together. Solo, I didn't play long solo, but I was instantly like, oh, it's another one of these cookie cutter games. I know that if I did finish through a run, I'd get a bit more of the experience, but it is solo. You're going to have to kite and kind of figure out your way by yourself. But these games excel with a partner or with a team. And that's where I immediately felt that when I got in with my buddy, first of all, we were better because we're working together. And second, you kind of experience the synergies between the characters. You experience more of the game that way. And I really recommend you play this with friends.
Yes.
But it's done. I don't know if they have public matchmaking. I think they might.
I would love this PvP mixed in too, like 2 teams racing against to kill. Because like the combat is actually tight enough where it could probably work. So yeah, I'd love to see where this goes.
That gunslinger, he's very strong at the start.
Yes, he is.
As the
one
gunslinger,
of the first characters you get.
Every 4th shot is a crit. You can upgrade that to every 2 shots. And it goes crazy.
Is this good alone, or is it just a co-op?
No, I mean, it's okay, but I didn't have fun until I played with people. Like there's some magic that happens with like the synergies and the builds and shit.
Right.
And it's pretty cool because you can go back and res your friends. If they die, you can jump to different maps and get them again.
Yeah, that's another thing. So you might have to, if Michelle dies and we're like 6 or 7 rooms up, her soul might get sent back to a room with hunters in it. So you got to go back, clear the room and the hunters to get her soul back, which is really cool. But then you got to both make your way through those rooms filled with hunters back to the boss. So it is like risk for
well, it sounds like a WoW
can
dungeon or something.
Yeah, can I go defeat the boss myself, or should I go back and get Michelle?
I mean, I'm kind of top-down ISO Risk of Rain 2. I still like Risk of Rain 2 better, but I really like this MOBA style combat in it. So check out Shape of Dreams, and thank you to Neowiz for providing keys. The name is fine.
I think that she always wanted a bed and breakfast. She moves to Maine after her husband dies. Yeah. She meets the town mechanic. Okay. Charles.
Yeah, and her husband was a lawyer, so Charles is different. You know?
So the town mechanic, Charles. She's kind of like an uptown girl, and she comes to this small town in Maine, and
he's a little greasy. She's interested.
Yeah, but Charles has 4 kids. They're feral, and they're just all over the town causing trouble.
Right.
Yeah, Shape of Dreams.
All right. Shape of Dreams.
Yeah,
coming now in Lifetime.
Yeah, who's in it?
Anything else?
What?
No,
I think
I'm having a
who's the
coffee right
mechanic? Paul Rudd, I think, is the mechanic.
No, Paul Rudd's not a mechanic. He doesn't know how to change a tire. I can't picture that.
All right.
Oh, there's got to be love letters, Cranky.
We got to talk about Silksong. I'm gonna say this again. I want you guys to like dump 10 or 20 hours into it for me. Because once you get the shit that I get, it is so crazy.
You're so OP, you think?
I'm just so deep in.
I literally spent like, I want to say 8 hours on a boss the other day, like between two sittings. I would leave and come back, or like got to take a break. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm banging my head against the wall. If I find a boss, I will not leave until I beat it. I won't leave the boss and go do something else. I will wait until I master it.
What's the longest it's taking you to beat one single boss?
I think it was the last one. I think it was about 8 hours.
Oh, God. It took you 8 hours?
Maybe a little less.
Wait, you kept trying over and over again, and it took 8 hours.
Well, I told you, like, I went to bed, I went to work, I came back, and I beat it.
8 hours of gameplay.
I maybe, okay, let's say 6. I don't know if it was actually 8.
So you retried that boss for 6 hours straight till you beat it.
Yeah, and it's one of those bosses with
Ryan,
okay.
Fuck that. No way.
I know, it's not for
I give you credit, man. I mean, listen, what?
That's why you're seeing all these people saying it's too hard. They want to nerf it, but they didn't know the game it was before they bought it, and they thought it was going to be a cakewalk, cutesy game, but it's not. The game is miserable at times.
I've seen people go for bosses 50 times in certain Souls-like games. That's normal. That's
6 hours. 50 times is. I don't think it's 6 hours. I'm sorry, that math doesn't work.
Up in between, you get some snacks.
Right.
The one arena fight that is in this it's known as one of the most difficult games or the difficult fights in the game, and everybody's having trouble with it. That is a 15, 20 minute fight.
Right.
So 50 times is more than 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But that's people go in like kind of wanting that. If you're not challenged at some point, you kind of feel like the game let you down. So like you see it as a good thing, and then when you beat it, you're like, holy shit. Oh,
no, I understand the holy shit. I just beat it, and you feel good. But in those 6 hours, Ryan, I did a lot more stuff than you did.
It doesn't matter if you're playing games. What does it matter if you're playing games? If you're gaming, it doesn't matter if you're on the same boss or doing 12 levels.
I'm the guy that when I found Melania in Elden Ring, it took me 13 hours and 2 respecs to beat her, and I didn't leave that stupid chamber because I wanted to beat her so bad.
Yeah.
That's
and you're working 12 hours a day anyway, so I think you've earned your time to game.
50 hours in one game. Oh, God.
Yeah, you can deal with it. All right, what else? Anything else?
No, I'm having a coffee right now.
Awesome.
I'm enjoying it.
All right, let's move on and do some news. What's going on out there, Michelle? Anything good, exciting? No?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this isn't PC Outsiders, but there was that NVIDIA Intel deal going on where they announced plans to combine their CPU and GPU products to both consumer PCs and AI servers. Of course, we care more about the consumer PC thing, with NVIDIA taking a $5 billion stake in Intel. So, of course, good for people who own stock of Intel and NVIDIA.
That would be massive.
But here's the thing, this consumer PC thing, where do you guys think they're going with this? Just pre-built PCs, laptops, obviously not going to do anything in the consoles or the living room space.
How do you know? Because Nintendo and Sony, they all purchased their chips, right? They could do anything with this. I feel like also they've got a big emphasis on developing AI infrastructure. And personal computing.
Of course. Yeah, that's also a big part of it. But they also made a point to separate that to say it's both the AI thing, but also consumer PCs. But on top of like the AI server thing on that end as well.
They're going to take over. It's going to be a monopoly.
And I mean, the reality is,
anybody else.
What I dug into a lot of like the comments and like, the people doing like the financials on it, they said basically what we've been saying for a while, the living room market is not growing. PC market has been growing steadily. It's been kind of flat since 2008 for the living room market. So I don't even know if they care about that.
But we're missing the biggest story here.
What's that?
The Xbox raising their pricing again.
Well, we were going to get to it. This was our first story.
Sure.
Go ahead. Talk about that.
Well, I'm trying to find the exact numbers.
I mean, it's a companion piece to it too, because it was 600,
it's a setup.
Then it's 730, now it's 800.
I see.
Why? People have been saying, why am I paying $800 for an old console now? So maybe I should just build a PC or grab one of these, NVIDIA Intel combo PCs, right? It's getting the things that made consoles great, being cheap, selling physical media, exclusives. They're all going away.
Right.
So Microsoft
these guys are
coming together
Right.
Sorry, John. I
was going to say, Microsoft raised the price of the console again. So it's now $800 for a Series X, like a 2 terabyte or something, right? And like seven.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's US. So for Canadian,
that's
no shot.
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
is.
No, yeah.
I saw one on like Marketplace for like 400.
No, that's the 2 terabyte one.
Used in an old, yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
Now,
I'm on GameStop, $7.99 for a 2 terabyte.
That's wild. 1 million Canadian dollars. Yeah.
Yes, 1 million.
Now, what I'm seeing with this, if they merge the way I think they're going to do it, that's going to drive CPU and GPU prices down because they are combining their assets, which is going to be even harder to justify purchasing a console.
It costs more than a Pro, too. This guy here is saying, I'm looking at YouTube here. So,
well,
is...
Well, hang on. Let's get this right, though, because on Microsoft's site, you can still get it for $729. So has this pricing just not gone into effect yet? Yeah, so prices are going to be going up soon. So, yeah, $799 in October. Oh, my God. So it's going to be $799 in October.
Here. 1 terabyte is $729. So if that's up $50, yeah. So but that's still only like $600 American. So I don't. But that's the 1 terabyte. They're not charging $100.
Yeah. So starting October 3rd, all the Series X consoles will get another price increase up to $70 across the board.
Jesus.
And I guess as a result of all this, Costco stopped selling Xboxes.
Oh.
And
no margin for them anymore.
And I guess I've seen people posting that they doubled the size of the PlayStation presence in the store as a result.
So they're anticipating more. I mean, you would probably want to buy a Pro, right? If you were going to get a console right now, you'd want the Pro. You want to prep for Grand Theft Auto. You're not going to go.
I mean, it's not necessary, but yeah, if you have the money, the extra money, I'd go.
Well, it's
Pro.
necessary compared to the Xbox because it's a better value and cheaper.
Right.
Like the PS5 Pro is what you would buy. What is going to make that Xbox attractive at this price point for people now?
Now, I don't get it though. Why are they upping the price if they make all their money from their subscription?
They want to drive you to the PC market. They want you to build Microsoft.
They want you to stream.
I
mean, right? Like,
cloud,
so like, well, we don't care if they got an LG TV. You just subscribe on Game Pass, and stream. Like that's kind of what they're thinking. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Now, Cliff says, what exclusive does Xbox have? Well, exclusives are dead for everybody but Nintendo. I mean, basically, there's a rumor now Horizon Zero Dawn is going to Xbox. We've been seeing
Switch.
Sony putting stuff on Xbox now too. I mean, the exclusive thing is not what's pushing consoles anymore because they come to each other. They're going to PC. Yeah. Only Nintendo is in that realm. But, the prices here for Xbox are concerning if they want to, and people have been saying they've been trying to abandon the old fashioned idea of the Xbox console. They want to relaunch this new one that has PC and Steam integration, maybe getting you comfortable with that higher price point if it was to launch for the living room. But people are like CC is saying, it's causing stores to not want to even stock them because they have to take on the initial cost and they don't know that they're going to move them.
Mm-hmm. And that's funny. The Switch 2 price doesn't look as bad now when you see that.
Well,
that's
and
hilarious.
also what doesn't look
what
doesn't look bad is the new Xbox handheld, the Asus one.
Yeah, which is supposed to be $800 because that thing's actually pretty
Same
powerful.
Price.
Yeah, I know, but it's a PC, and that's a little dirty trick too. They call it the Xbox, but it doesn't play any Xbox games.
Well, it does.
Well, but it's not. Well, what is an Xbox?
You're talking
game?
about old games, old games that aren't. Everything has gone forward.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't.
Old 360 stuff or whatever.
But can't you? Isn't that all on game? I don't have.
Not every Xbox game, Michelle, is on PC.
Every new Xbox game is.
Yeah, every new first party game is, but not every Xbox game is.
Like
well,
what?
That's like.
Well, name any game. I mean, fucking
90% of the games on an Xbox are on Game Pass.
It's like saying on Nintendo.
No, but they're not playable on
again.
PC, and they will not be playable on that handheld.
Oh, right. So the stores are different. So they're going to have a different library for handheld versus their PC versus their console.
Well, no, the handheld will mirror the PC.
Okay.
But the PC will not mirror the Xbox console.
Kind of silly, but
yeah, but every new game that's coming out and for the past 2 generations is pretty much there. So it's not really a concern. The concern
well, it is if you have a huge
people...
Xbox library of games that are console games and not on the PC right now.
But give me an example of an Xbox console game. There's only one, like Unicorn Strategy or something like that. Like what is a
I'd have to look at my Xbox library, but Crackdown.
There just aren't any. Crackdown from the 360 era?
Well, it's in my library. I'm just saying, it's just like Steam. Like Steam, I have a library of games. I have a library of games in my Xbox library.
Right, but you can't bring forward every Nintendo or PlayStation game.
But there is
the next one either.
I know, but it's not an Xbox. Right? That's the whole point. It's a fucking PC, the handheld.
I don't think too many people are concerned about Crackdown, especially when they've aged out. Like, I mean, you're looking at people now. You know, you're talking about people that are 40 plus. They're probably looking for a new generation of people that want to build their Xbox library. And they're probably just going with that data, you know, than the couple of games that you have to.
Well, like, stream. Okay, so like if I bought this new Sonic racing game, whatever, on Xbox, this is maybe a bad example, but if I did, I probably cannot play that version on the PC.
I think you can. Because it's a.
You caught me off guard because if I had my Xbox in front of me, I could probably tell you 20 games that are in my library I can't play
from the 360 era, right?
No,
like Guitar Hero, you know, like something like that.
You're talking about first party games, which are going to be better. I think that nobody's really concerned about that. They're concerned about the pricing right now because we're going backwards. Usually technology gets cheaper, right? Yeah.
And Xbox is saying, no, it's getting more expensive, but older. And that is so weird because like I've always said, when I first bought my first OLED TV, it was $3,000. Now you can get a great one for $1,000. All of a sudden, you know, they're kind of going backwards and people are looking in the console market right now going, why wouldn't I just get a PS5 Pro?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a weird situation. What's happening over there? What else is going on?
There was that Subnautica news. I didn't really get a good grip on what was going on, but apparently the whole court case has gone ass backwards, and everybody's they like took 3 steps back, and the judge is confused. Everybody in the court case is confused. It's just a big mess.
Catch me up on this, Ryan. What happened?
I don't think we're getting Subnautica 2 for a very long time.
Really?
Sadly.
What's the beef? What's going on?
They collected a bunch of money from people and then like baited and switched with what they were planning on doing.
Yeah,
I think that's part of it.
So a few of the devs, the longtime devs, were supposed to get a bonus if the game was ready in a certain time. And I think one of the big CEOs or somebody high up delayed the launch. So it was supposed to release later this year, which would have succeeded in them meeting their goal and they would have gotten a big bonus. And they got canned afterwards, after they came out and said that this is what they're doing. They're delaying next year so they don't have to pay us our bonus. And then I guess those 3 individuals took Craft on to court, and now there's a big mess. That it's been quiet for a while, and this just came up in the news. I honestly just saw it right before. Because
how do you prove it wasn't ready, like to release?
Yeah,
like they can say it was, and the publishers can say we didn't feel it was up to our quality to launch. So it's how do you prove that, and whose decision is it at the end of the day? It's probably their final call to say it is ready or it isn't. So it's getting messy.
They're pushing back for the request for discovery and refusing to confer. So basically not allowing the investigation to kind of move forward.
Right.
And they say it claimed it needs emails, documents, anything related to the earnout. The founders have accused Kraft in intentionally delaying the game so they wouldn't have to pay the $250 million earnout. That's, it's messy. I would not want to be involved in that.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're still developing the game. Yeah.
Right.
We don't know the truth. Exactly.
We don't know the truth, and we probably never will.
Never will.
You know, I love survival crafts. I didn't really get into Subnautica, the first one. I thought maybe it was the water thing. I would have.
It just sucks that the game's getting in the middle of this, and the fans are going to have to suffer, and probably won't see it until late next year.
That's all right. Maybe it'll be in a better. I'm on the side of delay it if you need to.
But I think I don't think they're delaying it for delayable reasons. I think they're delaying it because of all this crap, which is kind of sucky.
It sounded like a stupid deal to begin with. Rush it and you'll get your bonus. I wouldn't. I don't know. When it's done kind of thing. I did see this Google Play.
It wasn't under the impression that it wasn't being rushed. The fans, the community, everybody was saying like this is on track to be a well.
Did they play the demo? Do they know what state it's in? I'm saying we don't know anything.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? It's like Redfall. They said it was ready. It wasn't ready. I don't. Maybe they're trying to prevent that. I don't know what's happening.
It could very well.
I don't know the truth, or maybe they're slimy. I just don't know. Google Play launches integrated gaming platform with AI assist, curated You tab, and PC game offering. This just came out. Some news today. I don't know what it is, but Google keeps trying stuff. Revamped version of Google's App Store. And we were talking kind of last week about the PC mobile crossover stuff. I played Destiny Rising, and ESP was asking, why isn't this on the Google PC app? I think stuff like this is aiming to combine them better for people and get those worlds kind of together in an easier way with an app on the Google Play Store as well. So I don't know what they're doing with over there at Google, but somebody's going to come along, and I think sometimes John has said it's going to be Apple Arcade and kind of present a clean.
Yeah, I don't know. I always think like Apple Arcade should be doing better than it is. They need.
I do too.
Some big fish in there. They have some.
Well, like Play Store has the equivalent of it. They have their own service.
But John, you have that Apple TV. Is that what it is that you play like games on your TV and controller? And you've always liked the experience.
Yeah, I mean, like Hello Kitty's in there. I think
on it. And
there's a Dead Cells version in there. I think Shovel Knight.
They have a lot of real games in there, but they just haven't entered that living room space. I think it's because what we were saying, like the living room space isn't growing. Mobile is growing, handheld is growing, PC is growing. So Apple doesn't want to jump into that living room space.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess that's
I'm looking now at the Play Store. They have Dredge. They have Dead Cells. There's Enter the Gungeon, Exit. Like they have so many games.
It's not streaming though.
It's actually
it's
native on your
CC.
phone.
Well, the Apple TV's not streaming either. You play.
Just a little mobile device.
But what you're saying about the Apple game or whatever that is, they have an Android equivalent. You can pay $5.
No, I understand, but Apple Arcade's a subscription service, right? For all iOS devices and Apple TV,
right?
Like that should be. We should be discussing that more often, I think.
They need to get the games on Steam, but they won't because it's Mac. They should. That's the weird part.
If you own the subscription, can you play those games on your Mac across? Like you said,
so I think some of them you can play on Mac. I've never done it, but I played that Japanese game, Michelle, on
Japanese Real Life Adventure. I played on my iPad. I loved it. Once again, better than Animal Crossing. And I wanted to play on PC. I couldn't. You have to have a Mac or an Apple TV.
Yeah.
And so Apple's limiting themselves with their own devices. But Google doesn't have to do that. And
hey, I want to ask you about a game that I saw today.
What's that?
That I'm just going to put on our radars.
Okay.
It's called Ananta. Have you guys heard of this?
Yep. I've been looking at it for a while now. Yeah.
Ananta, and this is a NetEase open world game.
For those who don't know, this used to be called
Project Mugen.
Project Mugen, yes.
And this
is. I didn't watch the trailer.
So this is like an open world game. It's a cross between Spider-Man, GTA, and Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good description of it.
And I gotta say, this looks pretty badass.
No, I gotta say it has gacha elements. I'm pretty sure it's
mobile. It's mobile. I think it's not going to be on everything.
PC crossover again.
Yeah, it's a mobile crossover. It's a gacha. Okay. It's got gacha mechanics. I don't know exactly what for because I don't think it's rolling characters. I think it's might be rolling gear, like limited gear that you use. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
the style's off the charts. Like
it is.
Crazy,
so Ryan, so this game, I remember the trailer for this like a year or two ago, right? Where there was a guy walking down a street and it was like, oh my God. But now it has like Spider-Man shit. You could web sling around the world.
They added a ton to this as of late. And I know people that played the alpha, I believe, said it was awesome. Now, I got this game initially confused with a game called Neverness to Everness because I think NetEase is putting out another style, like open world gacha game as well. So they're going to have two games in competition with each other when this comes out. But look, this kind of looks like Yakuza thrown in where the combat is straight up fighting.
Yep.
And then you can
with
walk
the open
around
world.
This massive open world.
Open world, pull out your phone, This looks
it was on and off of my
interesting.
radar, and I'm totally down for it now.
And it speaks to where the market's going with anime in general, and this and Japanese and Korean and Chinese games.
Look at the Spider-Man shit though. Like, what's the like the guy can suddenly just create webs.
He has like octopus Spider-Man arms. They animated up. He's got tentacles.
But this is going to be on PC, PS5, and mobile. Yeah, you could pre-register now.
So is it not on Xbox or Switch?
That's not what I'm reading.
Yeah, I've noticed with some of them they do that too. They'll skip Switch and Xbox, which is weird.
But initially though, but like Genshin and Zenless and
that's all on Switch.
None of those are on Switch.
Genshin Impact isn't it?
I don't believe so, unless it came out like a long time after release.
Yeah,
no, it's not. None of the Hoyo gacha games are. I don't even think Woo was on it.
Huh.
And that's a big that market would do so well there, right? Handheld
100%. Yeah, Woo was not on it either.
Wow, I feel like I played that on the Switch. I guess I didn't.
2026, or I'm sorry, did I miss the month, or do we know anything about this?
2026.
No, I don't think there's a release date. Yeah, it just says 2026.
They're saying 2026, and it's going to be on PC, PlayStation 5, iOS, and Android.
Oh, and I got it wrong. Sorry. Ananta is NetEase. The other game is somebody else.
It is NetEase, yeah.
Well, look, I just played that NetEase thing last week, and I can't say that I think that their PC launcher is going to be bad. It's probably going to be like looking full-fledged. They always do ultra-wide support. They do PC settings.
Yeah,
they treat it right.
Hey, if it plays like Zenless does on mobile, this is going to be massive.
Yeah. I don't know. The threat is coming, but it's a good thing. More competition, more good games.
Like if this
for all
game
of
is
us.
bigger than GTA 5, this is going to be a...
It will not be. Unless, well, not in, I don't
how
think
do you know?
Not in Western,
Globally,
not in the States.
it may be.
I was saying game scope-wise, like map size.
Oh, look, they're arresting
size.
a little...
Oh, I see what you mean, John.
Yeah. Like if
potentially,
it's
like it looks crazy.
It looks completely crazy. It looks like 30 games in one. And I guess, see, look at the Watch Dogs aspect right there with the little drone spider thing, whatever. Like you can hack shit in this.
Yeah, it looks like part Life Sim, part GTA, part
Yakuza.
Like yep, Watch Dogs,
So, looking further into the gacha, it seems like it is not pay to win like all other gacha gaming. This is strictly cosmetic gacha. So it might just be purchases, but everyone's calling it gacha, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be
but
it.
in a world like this, you can probably outfit your apartment, with decor. You can probably get outfits.
Yeah, people are saying the classic NetEase model is free to play, grind to win, pay to win faster. But this doesn't seem like that's going to be it.
Yeah, I'm seeing here all the outfits they're showing. There's probably going to be cars and stuff like that, which may be just cosmetic skins instead of going faster.
It's until some stuff, like some cosmetics start giving you buffs and different stat increases where that will change it to pay to win. But that's your typical gacha where it is pay to win, but it's a single player experience. So it doesn't matter, pay all you want or don't play it. Because most of those games are 100% free to play as long as you're willing to grind.
Yeah. So Cliff wants to know as we get out of here, because I think our slot's up in 5 minutes. Are there any big things expected at State of Play? Ghosts of Yotai comes out soon. Other than that, like, what are we really expecting out of PlayStation? Now, John, you love to joke and say Sony's dead, but
I have no idea.
I think they'll probably show us more Ghosts.
Are they going to be showing us the big holiday titles? Is that what we're going for on this?
The rumor is, Cliff, that they're going to announce that Horizon's coming to Xbox. It leaked on the store. On an Xbox store.
Yeah, but that can't be trusted though, because people also found Animal Crossing on there.
Well, that doesn't add up. No, Nintendo would never do that.
I know, but there was something about the page that had the name that was maybe an aggregate of community discussions or something or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because after they showed
that negates that rumor then.
What?
If they're seeing that, the Animal Crossing's going somewhere.
It looks like there's this game called Saros that is coming. That's like one of the only games we know from the developer of Returnal.
Oh, okay. I've never.
The Returnal devs are making this. It looks like the only thing that they've kind of shown the public at this point. People are hoping for Kingdom Hearts, and obviously we're going to see Ghosts of Yotai, maybe Spider-Man or Wolverine. I would hope. We haven't heard from Wolverine in years. They literally saw that little clip of him at the bar. What do you mean good, John? Did you not enjoy
that guy with
16 times
knives in his hand?
Wolverine's like the coolest.
Dude,
X-Men.
He's gonna have a motorcycle.
If he's Hugh Jackman. I guess it's
gonna be
kind of a cool Aussie guy.
I don't know. He's done too many Broadways.
What?
Who makes Spider-Man?
Marvel?
No. The game.
What game?
Oh my God. Spider-Man. Who makes Spider-Man?
This looks kind of cool.
Marvel makes Spider-Man.
I got some dark fantasy. We got some shit going on here.
What?
Insomniac. If Insomniac is making Wolverine, that is going to be a dope game. I don't care what everybody says. Those 2.5 Spider-Man games were off the charts. They were awesome. A little bit of the same.
Yeah, completely same.
But it still looked really good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the exact same thing, but it'll kind of be refreshing because it's Wolverine and they'll do a bunch of other stuff and you get a Wolverine story.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Our slot is almost up. Ew. But if you want to find us during the week, you can head to videogameoutsiders.com. We've got show notes episode archives, a way to go premium if you want the weekly bonus shows that we do. We're doing a Weeb Outsiders tomorrow, as well as the 20-year back catalog and ad-free versions of VGO. If you just want to check out Video Game Outsiders, it's your first time listening, we're on Spotify, iTunes, literally everywhere. And we do every week. Talk about general gaming stuff on handheld, PC, console, news, and a lot of craziness. And we swear, but we didn't much tonight, did we? I feel like we did. Okay.
No, only like 0.3%.
Only a few naughty words. So head to our Discord on videogameoutsiders.com and win Sonic next week from loaded.com and games mostly every week in there, and say hi to us.
That's right.
I think that's it.
And thanks to our new Yogcast listeners that listen live here.
That's right.
If you guys want to hear more, go to videogameoutsiders.com. So, all right, that's going to do it. We'll see you guys very soon.
Take care, everybody.
Out.
Using up all of my oxygen, making a plan to get you